This video will cover the conjugation of stem-changing verbs in the present tense in Spanish. If you're watching this video, you should already have a good understanding of how to conjugate regular verbs in the present tense in Spanish. Stem-changing verbs still use the regular AR, ER, and IR endings. The difference, however, is that these verbs have what is called a stem change in some forms. This means there will be a spelling change in the stem, not the ending, of the verb. Let's take a look at how verbs that have stem changes are organized. First, there are O to UE verbs. This means that the O in the verb stem will change to a UE in the highlighted forms of the verb. Next are E to IE verbs. For these verbs, the E in the stem will change to an IE. And finally, we have E to I verbs. In these, the E in the stem changes to an I. Notice that no matter what kind of stem change a verb has, that change will occur in all forms except the nosotros and vosotros forms. In the next slides, we'll go over each type of stem change in more detail. Let's start with O to UE verbs. Take, for example, the verb poder. Poder is a stem-changing ER verb. If we follow the regular rules of conjugation and drop the ER ending, we are left with POD as a stem. However, in some forms, that O must become UE. Let's use those two stems to conjugate poder in the present tense. Yo puedo, tú puedes, él puede, ella puede, usted puede. Nosotros podemos, vosotros podéis, ellos pueden, ellas pueden, ustedes pueden. Since poder is an ER verb, I used the regular ER endings, o, es, e, hemos, eis, en. On this slide, I've outlined the forms that have a stem change so they're more visible. Sometimes these are called the boot forms, as the outline resembles a boot. Any form inside the boot has a stem change, and any form outside the boot, namely nosotros and vosotros, does not have a stem change. Here's another example of a verb that has an O to UE stem change. Okay, technically this is a U to UE change, but it works the same way. Take a moment, pause the video, and try to conjugate the verb jugar in the present tense on your own. So first we drop the AR ending. Then we need to change the U in some of the stems to UE. Using these two stems plus the regular AR verb endings, we can conjugate the verb. Yo juego, tú juegas, él juega, ella juega, usted juega. Nosotros jugamos, vosotros jugáis, ellos juegan, ellas juegan, ustedes juegan. Note again that the forms that have a stem change are in the boot. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted, and ellos, ellas, ustedes. The next type of stem change is the E to IE change. In this type of verb, the E nearest the end of the stem becomes an IE in the boot forms. Let's look at an example. Comenzar means to start or to begin. The regular stem would be COMENZ. And once we add the stem change, the new stem is COMIENZ. From here, we'll add the regular AR endings to the stem because remember, stem changing verbs use the regular AR, ER, or IR endings. Yo comienzo, tú comienzas, él comienza, ella comienza, usted comienza. Nosotros comenzamos, vosotros comenzáis, ellos comienzan, ellas comienzan, ustedes comienzan. Here's a second example of an E to IE stem changing verb. Perder means to lose, and it will use regular ER endings in the present tense conjugation. Take a moment, pause the video, and try conjugating this one on your own. Yo pierdo, tú pierdes, él pierde, ella pierde, usted pierde. Nosotros perdemos, vosotros perdéis, ellos pierden, ellas pierden, ustedes pierden. And here's the last type of present tense stem change, the E to I change. The example here is servir, meaning to serve. The E in the stem will change to an I in the boot forms, and I'll use the regular IR endings as servir is an IR verb. Yo sirvo, tú sirves, él sirve, ella sirve, usted sirve. Nosotros servimos, vosotros servís, ellos sirven, ellas sirven, ustedes sirven. Here's a fun fact for you. All verbs that have an E to I stem change are IR verbs, but not all IR verbs have an E to I stem change. Here's one more example of an E to I stem changing verb. Pedir means to ask for or to request. As is the case with all E to I verbs, pedir is an IR verb and will use the corresponding endings. Pause the video here and try conjugating this one on your own. Okay, let's see how you did. Yo pido, tú pides, él pide, ella pide, usted pide. Nosotros pedimos, vosotros pedís, ellos piden, ellas piden, ustedes piden. Use the Google form to check your understanding of present tense stem changing verbs. You may either scan the QR code with a smartphone or click on the link to the form in the video description below. Please note that the form requires you to log in with your school email account. If you'd like more practice with stem changing verbs, Check out the resources linked in the video description. When you feel ready, move on to the video about irregular verbs in the present tense.